looks like some sort of a BF-109 with the yellow nose. We do our traditional up and over. My pilot kind of chokes for a little bit, but then he regains the composure and we are able to complete our roll. This guy just decides to go for, I don't know, some super space stall climb, and we just open up and we get like the coolest fuel explosion I think I've seen in the recent times, and there it goes. Any moment now, boom. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. Today we are facing yet another post-commentary video. Yesterday, after I was inspired from our previous video that we shot down the LaGG or LaGG-3-11, call it whatever. I wanna say LaGG. I was like inspired because I've never ever played it in like the whole time I've ever played Enlisted, because it never felt really appealing. Now we have learned that these Schwach 20mm cannons are pretty solid, because you can find the same ones on LA-7, and this plane is pretty spectacular. We have 100 kilo bombs on this one, and this is a BR5 aircraft. This thing has the same Schwach 20mm cannons, and we FAB 100 SV forged bomb. Let's just double check. Same bombs. And this is BR1. Now, why this thing is BR1? If we check the speed and the climb rate, that's probably where it kind of lies into, because the top speed 581, which by the way, at the end of the video, we played the stock. I upgraded at the end of the video, and it made it almost 20 kph slower. On the LA side, it's like 100 k's more in top speed, and the maximum climb rate is 20, almost 30 meters a second, where this thing only has 17.39, a best full turn time of almost 19 seconds, and LA-7 has 15. So basically, this thing's faster, it climbs better, and it turns sharper. Apart from that, you got 340 rounds on the 20mm and 2 bombs. This guy has, okay, we got half of the amount of 20 mils, but then we have another 200 rounds of 12.7 Berezin machine gun, which actually proven to be really, really good with the same bombs, BR1. So say what you want, this is literally an LA-7 at BR1, and yeah, there's gonna be a post-com game you're gonna watch on Mode East, if I'm not mistaken, Defending Invasion, and if you're looking for a low-tier fighter with bombing capabilities, I mean, why would you look further? This is pretty cool, and on top of that, we are gonna bring it out top tier. We are bringing it out, just because it's BR1, it doesn't mean anything. We're gonna take it out in top tier so you can really see what this thing is made of. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go. So here we go, Mode East Invasion. This is actually a fairly solid map for aircraft gameplay, and as you can see, this is what it looks like inside this little puppy, and we're just trying out some controls, trying out how it rolls and just acts in general, because I really have never ever played this thing, and at the end of the video you'll see we haven't got any upgrades on it. I totally forgot to do any perk points for the pilot, so we've never played this thing because it wasn't really very appealing to me ever. And here's the first APC, but then we all learned that these 100 kilo bombs actually do some solid damage, and there is the first multi-kill, 12 guys with an APC, and there's a plane somewhere. We heard the enemy bombs dropping. I'm kind of taking a high route here because I'm not entirely sure where this guy is, and obviously now in the edit I've seen him there, but at the time when I played this game, I still didn't know he was there, so I was like, okay, let's just be cautious, let's just stay high, let's just have some speed, space to maneuver, just in case we need to do something, and I never saw that guy, and apparently, well, by the looks of it, at least looks like he never saw me either, so yeah, we're just gonna cut in back here to the battlefield, see if we can mark anything. Nothing really doing here on this side, usually tanks are there. We're gonna do a little gun run, and as fast as we can, away we go. I can see a solid speed after a dive. You can really feel that this is not a top tier fighter plane, because as far as I can tell, like, the only reason this thing wouldn't be a BR345, it's just because it's slower and because it has less powerful engine and it climbs slower in general. Everything else about it, in terms of like maneuverability, maneuvering as such, guns, I would argue, are as good as the top tier LA-7, maybe even better, having extra 12.7 mils, which is really cool. So yeah, bombs exactly the same, it's just slower and less powerful in terms of engine performance. There's our first tank mark. It is a Tiger 1. We are setting up nicely for this guy. He's not very dumb. He sees bombs dropping right in front of him and he reverses. He reverses far enough for the bombs not to be effective, because at the end of the day they are only 100 kilos, so really nothing doing against that Tiger 1 there. I'm pretty sure my team is gonna take care of him, because he's kind of gone into a very enclosed position here. Now at this stage I thought someone's shooting me from the ground. We're taking some wing damage, some engine damage, and then I look back and there's actually a plane. Looks like some sort of a BR1 with the yellow nose. We do our traditional up and over. My pilot kind of chokes for a little bit, but then he regains the composure and we are able to complete our roll. This guy just decides to go for, I don't know, some super space stall climb, and we just open up and we get like the coolest fuel explosion I think I've seen in the recent times. And there it goes, any moment now, boom. BR1 E7 U2 gone. Yeah, again, not the top 109 you would naturally see in the top tier games, but you know, if this guy would put up a fight with me, I'm pretty sure he would have you know, a decent chance fighting against this thing, because this thing is good. When I say it's good, it is really good. If you definitely play down tier, it's super cool, because it is only a BR1. But it doesn't pull, it doesn't maneuver nowhere near as sharp as a top tier LA-7. And then suddenly there is a magically appearing POTAS right behind us. And you're gonna see me doing this maneuver over and over and over again. We go up and over, opposite direction to the enemy. And I don't know what this guy's doing. He's trying to get up, maybe to get his rear gunner on me, because he kind of does it for a second. No hits. Hit me, and you're gonna see we're gonna lose some energy here. We're around 200 through airspeed, and this is where the plane loses a lot of responsiveness. You need to be way over 200. If this guy would have kept like full-on climbing and turning one direction, I would probably struggle, but he just kind of went up and down, a little bit of a level flight. We take him out, easy peasy at the end of the day. But once this thing goes near 200 to true airspeed, you are gonna struggle with like sharpness of the maneuvers, and stability of the nose is gonna be tricky to get the nose on the target. And yeah, so make sure you keep up the speed and have enough altitude to work with your maneuverability. So far so good. Team is doing pretty good job in defending the first point. 700 tickets left on the enemy side, and we have started out pretty well. We've taken slight damage, but nothing really doing there. And just checking out for that Tiger, he's been absolutely cooked, trying to do a gun run on that MG nest. Don't think I really hit anything. Maybe it was just abandoned and empty. Enemy bombers have been called in, and we're gonna turn around. I didn't have any plans to mess around with any of the enemy airstrike bombers, because like I just want to keep my plane in one piece. And surely enough, there's our next customer on the way to chase him. Just checking for some ground targets. Nothing really happening there. 100 kilo bombs. At that time of recording this, I really didn't pay attention too much into it. But now that I'm thinking, can you name a German plane that has 100 kilo bombs? And I'm thinking to myself now, there probably is a German plane as well, but this one's Italian. This is a Fiat G55. Those things has 100 kilo bombs. This guy, again, he's not really putting up any fight with me. He just went around, turned around, going for another gun run on my team. Again, pulls up, so basically makes himself an easy target. And even before I fire, he bails. Don't know, it just didn't feel like fighting me at that stage. And yeah, we're going up quite high here. Again, I like to keep the altitude to make sure we can get some speed if we need to. And yeah, the airstrike's flying right above us, and we're just looking for some targets. And I can see, I think, a couple of guys running here from the building. We're gonna drop the bombs, stay low, so the airstrike doesn't really want to, you know, do anything with us. We've got 6 kills and fortification, so I'm really hoping there was a rally point that we managed to take out. And yeah, we say goodbye to the airstrike because there's no point to chase them now. They've dropped their bombs, they're no longer a threat. As you can see, they're far, 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 far away. And you can see me coming back to the battlefield, and I'm not going straight. Yeah, I was checking the dials, but most, like, they're generally in Russian, so I wouldn't understand most of them. You can see me not going straight to the battlefield. I kind of like to side climb to anticipate enemy aircraft coming in. And trust me, the more you're gonna do it, the more helpful it's gonna be, because you can literally see how the enemy planes they usually just zoom straight to the point. Like you can see this one here, and this guy has zero clue. He's got zero clue we are here. Obviously now he's aware, he's taking a couple of hits there, and we're gonna use some flaps here on full pull. You will see we drain the stamina of the pilot super quickly, and we actually need to wait for it to come back. So if this guy would have decided to turn with me, I think again he would have a solid chance of actually, you know, fighting me here. But yeah, and there's another plane coming in. Now from this angle I wasn't really able to tell what was the other plane, but I knew that he probably doesn't know I'm here. I wanted to get a little bit closer, because as soon as we open up fire, the other enemy is gonna see tracers, and he's gonna see his friendly, you know, fighting with someone. And we're trying to get this guy long range, because we need to turn around and we need to go for the other one. Here I'm pretty sure we clipped off his right wingtip, and I was like, you know what, actually I'm gonna leave you to your own devices. He's probably not gonna fly very long. There he goes, the POTUS 633 goes down. And at this stage we're completely clueless. We have no idea where the other plane is. I hit the spacebar in an accident. I was just scratching my nose. I did not plan to drop those bombs. Sad. And yeah, we're just staying low. I spot some tracers, use the smoke as the cover, and we open up, not really knowing what the plane is, and then we eventually spot it, and it's just a biplane. And there he goes. It's just funny how you get 380 points taking down a biplane, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. I'll take it 100%. Checking down on the battlefield, just trying to see, you know, maybe there's some movement from tanks, from any APCs we could bomb on our way back. Doing okay, 6 vehicle kills at this stage. It seems kind of nice and quiet. We're going back to rearm, turning around here. Just gonna check back, because we've been chased with some planes in this video here and there a couple of times, so I was really kind of having my head on a swivel and just kind of paranoid that there suddenly could be an aircraft showing up on our tail. And I think we've spotted something here. We're going low, we're trying to gain some speed here, and if you pay attention, there is yet another plane that had absolutely no idea we were coming this way. And this one's a new one. This one's a Ju-188, has really, really good tail gunner, so I don't want to get too close to this guy, and I don't want to stay behind this guy for too long, because he's eventually gonna cook me. Now he's put himself in the position where none of his gunners seem to be able to hit me, but you can see we are locked in. Low energy, 200 airspeed once again on that kind of banked turn. We were really struggling to get our guns on the target. And that's what I was saying. As soon as you lose the energy and you are around 200 speed, you are gonna struggle to precisely control the aircraft. Now this guy, he's doing some weird maneuvers. Maybe he thinks I'm gonna shoot him long range. We're just trying to keep our speed low down on the deck, trying to anticipate. He's now going up, so his tail gunner is actually able to shoot me, so we kind of try to dodge those. And finally he has to turn, we open up, and slowly but surely there goes his tail, and there's really nothing else he can do but bail. And wow, 350 points. Did we not get 380 for a biplane? I mean, maybe he parachuted all his crew, maybe that's why. But I'm pretty, like, that's hilarious. If you get more points from a biplane than you get from this largest bomber in the game, then something probably should be adjusted accordingly in the game. But here we are, we're coming down on again, just looking for some infantry, and there is 100%, I can see infantry down next to that building, quite a few of them. I'd say at least 6, 7, 8 of them. Drop the bombs, smack the building so it falls down to the infantry, and absolutely nothing. I don't know what kind of potatoes I dropped there, because I'm pretty sure we dropped them fairly accurately, at least to splash someone, just get someone. So I was really, really surprised seeing that. We unfortunately didn't get any kills out there. 258 tickets left on the enemy team, and we suddenly get bonked from the rear. And at this stage, I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna go down. Let's just do some wiggling. Let's just do some wiggling. You can see there's a lot of damage. Maybe actually this damage kind of helped us to do a sharper turn. Now we're gonna try and do our usual, go up and roll over and then pull, but the plane is so messed up that I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do it. We are trying to do the roll at this stage. It rolls over fairly well, but we're struggling to pull up now. And at this stage, I'm just looking at those buildings thinking, yeah, this one's over, but no, it isn't. And now we are so messed up that we can barely turn. That's one thing. It's a struggle to get your gun on the target. And this guy, yeah, he just decides to go around in circle. Now, in a healthy state, this aircraft would probably be able... This is the Romanian fighter on the German side that we are chasing right now. On a normal setting, we would probably be able to turn with him, but eventually, if he keeps the turn, we are probably dead here. We're having takeoff flaps, we are low on energy, low on speed, and for some reason, I don't know what's going through the mind of these pilots, but did he forget I exist? I'm not sure. He just goes on in a straight line. Maybe he thought I'm gonna crash on my own, you know? I probably look pretty messed up from the outside as well. So he leaves me to my devices, just goes for a weird stall climb, and we take his plane. We take his plane at it almost looked like he bailed, because yeah, there's a parachute. We just get him out of the plane, and we are still very much alive. There's an enemy tank, but we are so messed up at this stage. We are gonna struggle to really turn around. So I'm trying to give myself the most altitude and the most distance towards the point. We remarked tank, and you can just see how slowly painful this turn is. We are trying, and now we've lined up quite nicely. I'm not sure how this drop is gonna go, because we are quite messed up. You can see a bit of a wiggly drop there, trying not to crash. Away we go for more bombs, and it looks like a solid hit. I think we actually take out some infantry from the tank. But yeah, we don't get him. Someone else get him at the same time, and we got 8 vehicle kills. And now at this stage, we've lost the first point, which is okay. There's only 180 tickets to fight against. The plane is completely messed up, and at this stage, I wasn't really hoping to get a double ace. Double ace, I would call that 10 vehicle kills, because you know this is probably a jargon from War Thunder, relating to fighter pilots getting 5 air kills. You would call that an ace. I've seen a 50 kilo bombs in the kill feed, and I see a plane, and I'm thinking I need to get this guy long range, because if we get close and we start turning, which we really can't do, you know, with this damage, I'm just blasting away from long range. And then I realized, I was like, oh wait, that's a biplane, and he's probably gonna go down. That is going to be our kill number 9. And I'm like, okay, 130 tickets. If we could bomb someone now, then we could actually get the kill number 10. The team on my side is communicating really well. There are guys that are asking for rally points. There are guys that are answering, saying yes, we're gonna get them built, and I just pop in and say good job, team, because they have really been working as a team. Now we're looking for some targets, and I think ever since we destroyed the team destroyed 2 Tigers and that APC, they've stopped spawning ground vehicles. At least I haven't seen any. We destroy a random gun and some fortifications with some infantry, and not much else is left. 83 tickets, 70 tickets actually, and we're probably coming back from one of our final approaches here to the point. And I noticed something again, and there's yet another plane, and if he's healthy, he's fast, and he's turning, we're gonna struggle again. Close range is no option. We need to make sure we deal most of the damage long range so we don't have to turn sharply. We open up here, again, kind of get locked into the weird angle. This thing doesn't like to be very accurate and sharp when you're going in like in a banking turn. And yeah, we just open up with all hopes and prayers, the last minute of the battle, and it's once again the Fiat G55. The dude bails, we take the kill. They're the last 45 seconds of the game, and we are turning around for what is probably gonna be our very last bomb drop. I'm just gonna look for some tracers, some infantry. I see a tank last second, actually. We dropped the bombs. Check back, we're probably not gonna get him. Yeah, we don't get him. I think he looks pretty hurt already, and I just spotted there's a random aircraft suddenly below us, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, we could get another one. At this stage, I wasn't really paying attention how much ammo we have, but if you look, we got 10 rounds of 20 mil and 27 rounds of 12.7, which is literally gonna be like 2 seconds of burst. We get the rear gunner a headshot. We're out of ammo and we're out of time, and that's where the game ends. And we survived from the start to finish. 10 vehicle kills. The team did amazing job, and I can truly say this is a low tier LA-7. That's what it feels like, because the LA-7 has the schwach 20 mils, and that's all it has. And it doesn't have 12.7. So in that kind of sense, this aircraft actually has larger variety in terms of machine guns and cannons, which is pretty cool. You get the same bombs, which is pretty cool, at BR1, to say the least. And all you sacrifice is some climbing. You can see we are checking for research, and I've never had an intention of playing this LaGG-3-11. And you can see we're just going to go through all of these upgrades here, because we got 8 points saved up. And if you check the speed, 599 and 16 and 19, the other two numbers, and we're gonna go full upgrade and see what it does to the plane. It's, yeah, 585, so it made it actually slower, and I think it increased the climb rate a little bit. It was 16 and 19. And it took down a little bit time for a turn rate. But this is what it is, BR1. I'm gonna call it an LA-7 because it pretty much is a little bit slower version of it. And if you're looking for a nifty kind of fighter plane for Soviets that can at the same time bomb some enemy tanks and APCs, look no further. Sorry, live commentary. That's gonna stay in the video. The LaGG, I'm gonna call it the LaGG, LaGG-3-11 for you this time around. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.